I did not witness it.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My name is Judge Ruppe. You are all here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine today whether to keep that bond the same, whether it's going to be increased or decreased, or whether there are any other conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. You have a right to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I place you under oath. God bless you. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Very good. Put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward. Echo Cole. She's leaving. Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
January 18th, 1986.
Okay. You are here today for possession of a place for the manufacture of controlled substance with a minor present, cultivation of marijuana, possession of marijuana over 20 grams, and possession of paraphernalia. You have one count of each of those. Currently, your bond is set at $15,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. State the shape of prior records.
Just this, Your Honor.
Okay. Ma'am, I have an address for you on Layton Avenue in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Correct.
How long have you lived there?
3 months, 2 months.
How long have you lived in Hernando County?
2 months. I moved here from Rhode Island.
Okay. Do you have any family here?
My ex-mother-in-law, she currently has custody of my children.
Okay. All right, and do you have a job? Okay. All right, count number 1 for the possession of a place for manufacturing. We're going to set that bond at $1,000. The remainder of the counts will be $500 each. We're going to see you back to court on June 21st, and you might want to get in touch with your public defender, okay? Jamaica Persian. Can I have your date of birth?
August 25th, 1989.
You are here today for possession of cocaine, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Currently, your bond is at $4,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. State, does Ms. Persian have a prior record?
She's one prior arrest, no convictions.
Okay. All right, I have an address here on Ring Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
About 7 months.
All right. And that prior arrest isn't anything recent?
No, ma'am.
It was 2013, and it's
Okay.
a battery.
Gotcha. All right. All right. Do you have a job these days, ma'am?
Yes, I work at Denny's.
Okay. All right, we're going to set your bond at $500 each, and we're going to see you back to court June 21st at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Alicia Norris. Date of birth?
November 7th, 1984.
You are here today for a failure to appear on a driving license suspended in front of me on March 12th. And then you have a trafficking, a possession of cocaine, possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia. That's it. And those are all new charges. I did find probable cause. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, Your Honor.
You all showing 6 charges altogether?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Is that right?
6 new charges, 2 FTAs is what I heard.
I'll point the public defender's office for you.
Thank you,
You're
Your Honor.
also here today. Hold on. You're also here today for a failure to appear on a case in front of Judge Toner of possession of controlled substance. That was scheduled for March 1st. He has you as no bond on that. You would typically be entitled to a bond, except you're out committing crimes while you have other crimes pending. So I'm going to recommit you, technically, on 2018 CF 1776, because there's probable cause to believe that you committed these new crimes while you were out on bond. So you're not going to be able to get bonded on that case. And then for these new charges, you're entitled to a bond. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond on the trafficking of 2,000. Possession of cocaine is 2,000. The 3 counts of possession of controlled substance are 2,000 each. Possession of drug paraphernalia is going to also be $2,000. Those cases are going to be set in front of Judge Toner again on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning. Now you have this misdemeanor charge here that we can probably take care of today if you'd like. It's a driving while license suspended or revoked. If you want to take care of that charge today and not have to worry about it anymore, I will go ahead and allow you to do that, and I'll just give you time served for the 2 days that you have in jail. Do you want to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking a plea on this case today that we're giving up the right to go to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Giving up the right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up the right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, with regard to this driver and suspended driver's license in 2019, CT 565, how do you plead? Complete no contest. Do you plead no contest, or do you want to plead guilty?
No. Yes, Your Honor.
No contest. I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You will just have the fines and court costs assessed against you of $488 and the cost of incarceration for your 2 days, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know where her top sheet went. Sorry. Jason Cole. Can I have your date of birth?
4/10/73.
You are here today for possession of a place to manufacture controlled substance with a minor present, cultivation of marijuana, possession of marijuana over 20 grams, and possession of paraphernalia. You have 1 count of each of those. Your bond right now is $15,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll note that this will probably be, one of these cases will probably be regional counsel, because you have co-defendant here this afternoon. State prior record.
I don't show any other prior record here.
Sir, I have an address here on Layton Avenue in Spring Hill. Did you also just move here a few months ago
Yes.
from Rhode Island?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any family in the area?
My mother has my kids in Wikiwachi.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to set the bond account number 1 at $1,000, 2, 3, and 4 will be $500 each. We'll see you back on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes.
Raymond Cooper.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Your date of birth?
3/31/42.
You're here today for a charge of leaving the scene of an accident with property damage and driving while your license is suspended or revoked. I found probable cause for your arrest. State, does he have a prior record?
He does, but it's quite old. It's a 1990 possession and paraphernalia, and then there's a failure to appear in '05, but I don't have the underlying case.
Okay. Because I don't have anything on his driving record other than failure to pay some traffic tickets. Sir, is this something where you want to just take care of this case today, or do you want me to appoint you a lawyer and you can come back next month?
I would prefer you appoint a little lawyer so I can return next month.
Okay. So I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office for you. I have an address for you on Bayleaf Lane in Fort Myers. Is that where you live?
If I could ever get back there, that's where my home residence would be.
And how long have you lived there?
Pardon me?
How long have you lived there?
I've been there since 2007,
Okay.
relationable to taking care of my mother and father.
Okay. Do you have any family here in Hernando County?
Do I have a family?
Do you have any family here in Hernando County?
No. My closest relative would be in Houston, Texas.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender's office. I'm going to keep the bond the same, and we'll see you back to court on June 12th, okay?
I'm sorry, I'm missing some of what you're saying, Your Honor.
We're going to see you back to court on June 12th, and I've appointed you a lawyer.
All right, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you.
Me?
Ricardo Garmendez? Can I have your date of birth?
August 7th, 1974.
You are here today for in charge of trafficking, possession of controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Your bond amounts right now $56,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. And I assume, I don't see a violation of community control here. I assume that's coming. Were you on probation in Hernando County? Or
No,
were you
ma'am.
reporting from another county?
Neither.
Okay. Oh, it was Shane
They were
that was on
present,
probation.
Mr.
I got
Woodrow.
you. Alrighty. All right, sir. So, appoint the public defender's office for you. State prior record.
2015 trespass, 2005 battery, which was a PTI resolution, '04 possession of cocaine, possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia.
Alrighty. All right, I have an address for you on Orion Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long have you lived there?
20 years, ma'am.
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to set the bond on count number 1 at $5,000. Count number 2 is going to be $500. Count number 3 is going to be $500. We're going to see you back to court on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Keenan Hunter?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
4793.
You are here today for fleeing a police officer, resisting without violence, $2,500 each, so your total bond is $5,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Did you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State?
Say 2011 resisting, 2012 felony battery, which was a reduction from an L&L, and a 2010 grand theft.
All right, sir, I have an address for you on West Misty Rose Street in Homosassa. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
A year or two.
Do you have a job?
Yes, I was building block houses before I got arrested, and if I was able to get out, I would still be able to do that.
Okay.
I've got a wife and 3 kids, and I asked her not to work so we could spend more time with the kids. She's out there, but I don't know if she's working or not. I need to be able to take care of them, though.
Okay. You're going to set your bond at $5,000 each. We're going to see you back to court on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning. And you should reach out to your public defender, okay?
Is there a way that I could get a bond reduction?
No, sir, I'm not going to give you a bond reduction today, but I've appointed you a lawyer, and if they feel like you should get a bond reduction, they'll do a motion in front of the judge assigned to your case. That won't be me.
Do you have any plea that I could take now? Do you have like probation or anything now? I mean, my kids and wife need me.
I understand, sir, but I can't take your plea today. Okay? Your plea needs to be in front of another judge, and that hearing is going to be set for June 21st. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Mario Politastri. Can I have your date of birth?
10/29/82.
You are here today for failure to appear in front of Judge Toner on May 8th for a possession of controlled substance and driving on suspended driver's license. I found probable cause for your arrest. Did you have the public defender's office representing you before?
Yes.
Do you want them to continue to represent you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure they're still representing you on this case.
All right.
Judge Toner has provided a bond for you of $4,000 and $500. Going to keep that bond the same at $4,000 and $500, and we're going to see you back in front of Judge Toner on June 21st at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Shane Woodruff? Sorry. Can I have your date of birth?
March 29th, 1981.
You are here today for trafficking charge, possession of cocaine, 3 counts of possession of controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a firearm by a felon, and possession of ammo by a convicted felon. You were given no bond on these. You are entitled to a bond on these cases. I do see that you have an open case out there. Nevertheless, do you want the public defender, found probable cause? Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. Do you have the public defender's office representing you in your other case?
Yes, ma'am.
In front of Judge Toner? Okay, very good. So you've already qualified. With regard to that case, it's 2018 CF 1881. I'm going to revoke your bond in that case and recommit you, which means there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you're out on bond. So you're going to stay in custody until you resolve your cases, okay? On this case, you are entitled to bond. I'm going to give you a bond of $10,000 on count 1, $1,000 on each of the remaining charges. We'll see you back to court in front of Judge Toner. We're going to set everything for June 17th at 8:30 in the morning when you already have court, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we get everyone to jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.